Today I'm going shopping for a Bugatti Veyron with a £2 million budget. Ever since 2005 when this car was released, it's been a dream to own one. And if we find the right car, I'm going to make that dream a reality. In the last video, I asked for your help. Should I sell some of my car collection to fund a real-life 1.35 million Bugatti Veyron? And your response made it very clear to what I should do. Let's get on the road and start this amazing search. Let's go see the first car, which I think might be the perfect Veyron within our £2 million budget. In the last video, I dipped my toe into the Bugatti world. I sat and drove a Veyron. Driving that car was a very special moment, which I will never forget. And right now, that is the cheapest Veyron in the whole country. And that's why we're going to head back to car to try and haggle the lowest cost we can and take it back to sunny old Redditch. This car ticks all the boxes for me. As you all know, I do love a black car, and this has the sports seats. I wouldn't class it as a bargain, but it's considerably less money than all the rest in the whole of the UK. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Right, I've come to start your 2026 off in the best way ever.
Okay, which is good.
Bugatti Veyron,
Yes.
the black one.
Yes.
Come to try and do a deal with you.
The black Veyron is currently at Bugatti, being inspected by a customer who I might have agreed to sell it to.
This is far from ideal. The black Veyron, which myself and you guys loved, was for sale at Tom Hartley's at 1.35 million, which in anyone's world is a ridiculous amount of money. But it was £150,000 less than anything else out there.
But I have another one.
It's more money though.
It is more money, but it's less miles.
It's not got the sports seats in.
No. I'm not a museum, mate. These cars are all for sale. What's wrong with this one? This was owned.
That's the problem.
By an absolute legend.
It is lovely, but it's too much money. Can you do the same price as the black one?
No. It's a different car.
I know, not as nice, cheaper.
It is as nice. You actually told me.
You have totally messed up our video.
What?
Totally messed up our video.
I didn't get the memo. You actually told me when you were here looking at the black one that you liked the seats and the colour of the interior of the black car, but you preferred the exterior of that car.
Correct.
That's what you said.
Correct. But also the price had a bit of a difference since it's 150 grand difference.
Okay, but what's 150 grand between friends?
Well, we can go the opposite way then, surely.
Of course we can.
You have literally totally ruined our video.
I'm sorry, all your viewers at home, I'm sorry. But you know, this is an example of how we work. We sell cars.
I do get why Carl's old car is more money. It has under half the miles on it, which on cars of this value, mileage is a big price swinging factor. Even the black car at 22,000 miles for a car 20 years old is hardly a high mileage scrapper. But people in this world are so anal about racking miles on the clock. But there is always ways to solve that.
The black car that you liked, if you'd have come to me 2 years ago, I'd have sold it to you for £1 million.
Literally,
That's what I sold
honestly,
it for.
that much different.
That's what I sold it for 2 years ago. I sold it for £1 million. I've just sold it for 1.350. It's 2 years. And that would have been 1.250. It's now 1.5.
It's crazy now.
Don't miss the boat.
Yeah, but this is like the Carrera GT, but the opposite way
The
again.
opposite way around.
Obviously, my dream is to buy and own a Veyron. But as much as it needs to be an amazing car, I work hard for my money, so it needs to also be a good investment. These cars are so expensive, it's important that we minimise the risk, and the way to do that is to buy a car at the lowest price possible. If I could have bought Carl's black Veyron, it would have been an £150,000 lesser risk than what we're left with. Remember, this is a standard 16.4 Veyron, and it's not even the perfect spec for my tastes. I know that that's like saying Jennifer Lopez is okay-ish, but I'm not going to take her to Nando's or the Premier Inn because I can't stand that she is a brunette. Let's face it, it still is a Veyron. But when spending this sort of money, in fact anyone spending any money on a car, if there is a spec you want, then that's what you need to find. But I am fully committed to making this dream a reality. I am going to get a spaghetti veyron. And if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that some of the cars are up for sale. And in fact, we do have a few deposits. But now it feels like we're starting all over again, which to be fair, isn't the biggest problem in the world. Test driving spaghetti veyrons. However, right now we've seen nearly every car currently for sale in the UK, and my favourite has selfishly been sold by Carl. But importantly, in the UK there are 65 veyrons. We just need to find them and convince somebody to sell the perfect one. But we're not worried about that because I have a plan. Right, everybody meet my good friend Ollie, who we've been friends for a long time.
Before the channel started, before Senna was born,
I know.
Before you were married.
You came to my wedding.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I didn't actually. You didn't invite me. No.
Trying to find a veyron.
Okay.
Obviously I know that you deal with a lot of people overseas and behind the scenes. The people who sort of like keep under the radar. Won't say tax dodgers. Now, what I'm referring to is something we have seen before. It's called off-market. And before we start, I would like to state, none of this makes any sense to me. All the cars on PistonHeads and Auto Trader are public, advertised on the World Wide Web, for everyone in the whole world to see. But as we saw in the P1 buying videos, owners of these special expensive cars are very private. This can be for a few reasons. They might be very high net worth, some even royalty, and a lot of time they are celebs. And they do not want people to know their cars are for sale, which makes, again, no sense. I do sort of get it though. Most of them are not knobheads from Reddit making YouTube videos. So through brokers like Ollie, these cars exchange hands behind closed doors. Literally only a few people in the chain know, and everyone is sworn to privacy, like it's some sort of dark secret. Is there any veyrons you know out there which could potentially be for sale?
Yes, potentially. Through my private clients, in their private collections, there are cars. I would definitely need to speak to them directly to see if they'd be even interested in selling them. You know, they're a very sought after car. So Ollie has a little black book of Bugatti owners who are not selling their cars. But if he tells them that there is a buyer ready to pay who is hassle-free, under the radar, if the timing is right, they might just part with their car and free up some money for them to make a new purchase. So with Ollie, we are widening our choices, and hopefully he knows someone with a colour and spec which I like and a price that I can afford. But remember, if you had forgot, I am that knobhead with a YouTube channel. And because of that, it's very important for me to share this whole experience with you guys, which does add a little bit of a headache, as some sellers will not want to be on camera. But one way or another, we're definitely going to do this together. So yeah, by all means, I can speak to a few customers, but these cars could be anywhere in the world, from Europe to the Middle East.
Okay. Oh dear, that means me and Reese might be going on another work trip. Worldwide, there are 450 veyrons, so there must be quite a few out there which are right for me, especially as overseas cars this time are not a problem, as every Bugatti veyron ever made, UK supplied, Europe, Asia, they're all left-hand drive. So it really doesn't matter where this car comes from. But thanks to our beloved UK government, this import of a foreign registered car would have some extra tax cost.
So
that's 20%.
20% tax, but also you do have 10% duty, import duties from Middle East, so another 10% on top.
So Middle East is 30%, Europe is 20%.
Correct.
No matter what, we can't get around that.
There's no way around that. That is how it is.
Okay, so the cars to even consider have got to be substantially cheaper.
Correct.
So let's do a maths example. If Ollie found us a car in Dubai for 1.2 million, that would be a very good deal. But by the time it lands in the UK, we would have to pay VAT, which is 20% extra, and then another 10% extra import duty. And then with some shipping costs, the total of this car would be 1.6 million. Quickly, that is turned into a bad deal. Trying to buy a Bugatti Veyron for the right price is proving to be very difficult. I'd rather, if there is a choice as well, I don't want like a cream or brown or like, I don't want anything like look
something
too old,
modern and neutral.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Ideally sports seats.
I say I'm more than happy to speak to some people for you. I'll also speak to my business partner. He has over the years sold a number of Veyrons and other Bugattis to his clients.
Was that UK as well?
That's both again.
Okay. So there is potential some UK.
There are some cars in the UK. I would need to speak to him if he knows any of his clients that would be prepared to sell. But I say it's a very, very small market, so we would speak to them directly and see what their thoughts were.
This is the thing, when you are spending £500, £5,000, £500,000, if you are buying a car, you want to make sure it's the spec and colour that you want. Owning a car is amazing, driving is so much fun, and sat in your own little palace, you want to be perfectly happy and make sure you have exactly what you wanted. If you were buying, for example, a Fiesta and you wanted a black one, you wouldn't buy a white one.
Why is there none for sale anymore?
These cars tend to find their homes and that's it, unless
Stop, like literally stop.
Yeah, because the price of them is forever going up bit by
Yeah.
bit. So the money is better sat in the car than it is sat in the bank at the minute. So you might as well keep it.
Yeah. Because they seem to be getting harder to get hold of and going up in value.
Yeah, correct.
There is a big reason why these cars are being bought up and put into collections. And that is tax. Now, if you have £1 in the bank today, you can save it or withdraw it and buy a Star Bar for £1. In a year, the guy who has saved that money still has £1 in the bank. But the same Star Bar will now cost you £1 and 5p. You basically are able to buy less with your £1. Everything on the shelves to buy has gone up in price so much. Also, in 2027, there are plans for the government to tax you on your savings even more. So bad news if you have loads of dosh in the bank. But now there is alternatives. Rather than having money in your bank, high net worth people are investing in items. Property was always people's favourites, also fine art. And for this example, we're going to use watches. If you made a personal investment and bought a Rolex for £100,000 and sold it for £150,000, you must pay tax on the 50k profit. It's called capital gains. Even though the 100k that had been used to buy that watch, you'd already paid the tax when you earned it, you have to pay tax again, even for a smart entrepreneurial move. But there are also tax loopholes and nobody likes paying tax. It's not illegal in any way, but let me tell you why people are choosing cars. If rather than buying a watch, you bought a car for the same amount, £100,000, and kept it for a while and again sold it for £150,000. Now that 50k profit this time, you pay no tax. Profit on cars, for some reason, is exempt from capital gains. Now obviously, if you do that 50 times a year, you're a business and you will be taxed. But if it's occasional and you are a real car collector, you don't get taxed the second time on that £50,000 profit. So rather than having money in the bank devaluing, and rather than buying watches and being taxed on the profit, people are snapping up special edition low production numbered cars. And because many wealthy car fans are doing this, there are fewer collectible cars to buy, which is making that 50 grand profit usually even more. Simply supply and demand. Less cars left for sale means their values go up. And that makes Ollie's job even more difficult. Because if they don't need the money and they don't want it sat in the bank, then that veyron increasing in value, well, why would they sell? So for now, because we are struggling to find veyrons, I wanted to explore a slightly different car, which many of you mentioned in the comments, the Bugatti Chiron. Released in 2016, the Chiron is a newer, more modern version of the Veyron. It uses the same 8-litre quad-turbo W16 engine configuration, but this time it's pushing out over 1,500 horsepower. That should be enough. 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds and a top speed, which is electronically limited, boo, to 261 miles per hour. Could the Chiron be an easier to buy alternative to the Veyron? Let's check one out. So we are off to see an actual Bugatti Chiron. Now, this obviously is the newer brother to the Veyron, and for me there might be a few advantages. Now, Steve from the Hamilton Collection explained that his Veyron cost him $125,000 in the first 6 months. But he said the Chiron was a much better car. It was obviously cheaper to run, more reliable, and it does look a hell of a lot more modern. But the downside is, as you will see, they are a little bit more expensive. But let's stay open-minded because we are going to see one today, and hopefully, do you reckon they'll let us jump it? To be fair, we know it hasn't been jumped before because before we left the house, we did check it out on Car Vertical. Now, as you can see, it's green on being not stolen, it's green on never being damaged, and it's green on having no outstanding finance. Now, it has got a yellow warning light for mileage, but don't worry, it's not been clocked. It's just Car Vertical recognises that it hasn't gone up much. It's just giving us a little warning because that would be, on a normal car, a little bit odd. But from this check, we can see that this car is definitely good and would be a good purchase. But if it looked like this, as you can see from the pictures, it would be one to keep away from. And if you had bought this car without knowing that, it might have cost you a hell of a lot of money. So this is well worth doing whenever you are buying a car. And if you want to do yourself a check, you can use my discount code MARK at checkout to save yourself some money on that search. Link is in the description, and thank you Car Vertical for sponsoring this video. And to see this very expensive car, we have come to European Prestige. And my God, this dealership is incredible.
It's like being in Dubai, isn't it?
There are ample amazing cars here, but we're here to see one of the most sought after hypercars of the modern era.
Ollie?
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
Good to see you.
This is impressive.
It's cool, isn't it?
Very impressive.
Yeah, really lovely. Should we take a look at this?
Yes, right.
Lovely. Oh, blimey!
What can you say? It's an absolute work of art, isn't it?
This car is beautiful, but you will see it's not cheap. Let's find out a little bit more about this Chiron.
So we've got the exposed carbon and French Racing Blue Chiron here. The exposed carbon fibre wheel, it's a £180,000 option when brand new.
Oh, DD, oh, what it is, oh!
It is beautiful, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure about 180 grand.
Yeah, it's a big option.
What would sort of price would this have been new?
New, I think the base model came out, it was 2.5, and then obviously, yeah, options on top of
So
that.
he's got to be 300-400 in options on this.
Yeah, at least.
Here comes the money.
The Chiron, when new from the dealership, was a lot more expensive than a Veyron. A Veyron back in 2005 had a sticker price of £1 million. But importantly, every car they sold, they lost £4 million on.
How much do you think it cost Volkswagen to actually make this car?
No idea.
5 million quid.
But this Chiron was not the same. It was a profitable car and the running costs are way less. Firstly, it uses normal tyres, so no more gluing on the bespoke rubber. So that's 8k instead of 32 grand. And no more scrapping the wheels after 4 sets of tyres. So that's another 90k saving. And it's 10 years newer, so undoubtedly more reliable. And the servicing is around half the cost. So this Chiron does have some financial advantages. Well, that is man maths.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
It's clear that Bugatti brand is extremely special. It is the pinnacle of automotive engineering and design, but an odd mix of comfort and luxury with a rocket ship in the back. They definitely have their own lane.
What's the key look like, is it?
So the key for these are the spare keys, so you get a normal sort of Bugatti looking key for these. And then for the, yeah, exactly.
Literally my Volkswagen
Yes,
Transport.
yeah. The main key itself is a keyless one that's a little bit nicer. We've got some milled aluminium on it and stuff like that.
Now, for the first time in my life, I'm going to step foot into a Bugatti Chiron. Thank you everyone for putting me in this position. And if you are new around here and enjoying this content, please hit the subscribe button as it really does help us. And 10k Jane.
Feels very substantial.
Yeah, it's built for purpose.
Very simple.
Very simple. I think their whole aim, Bugatti, with these is to not have that many screens. I think the reason behind it was it will date the car in sort of 10-15 years time.
It's true, isn't it?
That sounds like nothing else, does it? That sounds like fun. This is a more modern version of the Veyron. It has a more aggressive stance, but inside the same magic. Minimal, classy, and just a proper nice place to be. And ridiculously, this newer car is even faster. Bugatti managed to set a record with the Chiron with a run of 304 miles per hour. Simply remarkable. But sadly, they did restrict the production car down to 261. Wonder how long it would take me to get to work. If I was doing 261 miles per hour, how long would it take me to travel 15 miles?
It's about 3.45 minutes, so just a little over 3.5 minutes.
World's fastest commute.
It takes me 28 minutes to get to work. Can do it in 3 minutes. No doubt this Chiron is special, very special, revolutionary and setting boundaries. And I guess just like the Veyron did all those years ago, but there is a downside. This car is for sale at £2.7 million, nearly double a Veyron, but it is 10 years newer. Cheaper tyres and service, more reliable, and they are holding their money well. The Chiron is way over my budget, and we saw in the last video, I am having to sell a load of cars to get into even a Veyron. But to get the Chiron, I would have to sell all my rally cars, cars I don't use, and the P1. But if it is a better investment, then it's for sure a maybe.
So this is, whilst the normal Chiron is special, we do actually have a slightly more special variant in the showroom if you'd like to see it.
Love to.
Cool.
Have your Passat key back? Right, I see what you mean. This is not any Bugatti Chiron. It's a 300 miles per hour Supersport. And ridiculously, this is not your average Supersport either. This car is next level. This is a one of one. Lee Daia Mant No Error.
It's done in Tiffany green, so there's lots of different accents over it. You've got the Tiffany green stripes, you've got the badging on the back, stitching inside, some of the front air vents are all painted in Tiffany green, so yeah, it's a special car.
It's different as well, isn't it? Like, all this is different.
So what you'll actually notice on it is, being the Supersport, as we sort of touched on, there's lots of different changes. So the front bumper's actually different. It's slightly longer.
This was the shape of the car which broke the 300 mile per hour barrier. The first road legal car to do it, which is without doubt pretty cool. What do you reckon it's this one then?
Way nicer. How much more could it possibly be?
This has to be more money.
You're looking at, for this example, north of £5 million. Yeah. Being a one of one. Exactly, all the little Tiffany details and everything like that, yeah, north of £5 million.
Right, for £5 million, you can buy a 12-berth super yacht, a mansion near London, an entire island in Scotland, or nearly every house in a street in the UK's Las Vegas, the greatest town in the world, Redditch. It's crazy a car can be this much money. But I suppose this is similar to a Veyron when it came out, a car so much more expensive than the world had ever seen before. So, the Lee Dimoon Na is out, but we haven't come to European Prestige just to see this car. As we spoke about earlier, I want to reduce the risk in this Bugatti, trying to make my money safe so it's not a worry and we can fully enjoy this car. The black Veyron was the best option because of the less cost. But another way of trying to guarantee future value is a limited edition. And European Prestige have just the car. Could we have not started with this?
This is actually quite a special variant of the Veyron. It's a one of four. It's called the Centenaire in honour of Sir Malcolm Campbell. Obviously land speed record.
There's a story behind it.
There's a whole story behind it. Yeah, there's his signatures in the headrest. There's little details on the inside as well.
A good investment car is limited in number, and this is a one of four, which could be the perfect car. Although, to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of British racing green.
So you get a slightly different design wheel over the standard Veyron as well.
Oh, so that's the cutouts around the outside.
Yeah, exactly.
It's finished in spoon.
Is that the colour?
It's alive.
To me, this is like, because it's the shape and everything, I just feel like the inside of this is better than the Chiron. This chrome finish isn't a wrap. This is painstakingly polished aluminium to a mirror finish. And with the only car twinned with green, this is one of the rarest cars and rarest Veyrons ever made. So this is a special edition, which I'm guessing comes with more expense.
It does. So this example is 2.7 million.
2.7 million?
Yes.
As a 16.4? Yeah. And what's different?
It's really the whole story behind it, the stitching in the headrest, the little logos down by where your shin would be.
£1 million.
It's Bugatti pricing, I suppose.
That's what's mad to me. Like there's not like it's not like you've got an extra 100 horsepower and you've got like a different body kit, and like it literally is, like you say, a different colour.
It's also the only miles that this car has done are from the factory. So any miles that are on the car, Bugatti have done themselves.
It's delivery miles, it's rare, the perfect investment car. But as soon as I drive this, it's lost that ultimate low mileage, and I am not paying double for a green car with a signature stitched in. I'm sure Sir Malcolm Campbell was a legend, but way before my era. Amazing, thank you.
No, you're more than welcome. Not a problem at all.
Right, we've got one more then.
We do.
So this is unveiling.
We do have an extra example. Yes, this is a 16.4 similar to the Sentina, but it's the regular Veyron, if you could say that.
That's classy, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? It's like perfect Veyron specification for it.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Thornton's chocolates at Christmas.
The interior is bold.
This is a very classic Veyron looking colour. It looks very period and shouts luxury. This is what Veyrons are about. Out there, wild colour combos, individual and high premium. But I am a chav, and this car is definitely not that. Like, I get it, but I was sort of looking for something maybe a bit more like modern.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
I'm thinking like silver hair, ex-banker, got a load of properties in Mayfair.
Well, you're nearly there with the silver hair.
I'd argue Redditch is better than Mayfair. Yes, it's a wild colour, and that can be fixed with a simple wrap and an interior trim. And that actually isn't uncommon on low-numbered expensive cars, so it's not totally off the list. So how much is this one for sale?
So this price is 1.595.
So that's
just shy of
1.6.
Yes, correct.
Ouch, that is another 100 grand compared to Carl's car. This does have 3,000 less miles and it has the sports seats, which I want. But Carl's old Veyron is more neutral colours and it makes it look way more modern, inside and out. When we started this, I had a strict I wanted the perfect car for me. But we have now seen every single Bugatti Veyron that is for sale. I really don't know what to do. Maybe it's younger brother. The Chiron is way over my budget, but for this I would have to sell everything. Rally cars, Audi and the P1. This is one huge compromise, but the Chiron is cheaper to run, more reliable and unlikely to lose money. It's for sure worth considering. So let's go and annoy Carl and get his opinion. Right.
Hello, my friend.
Right.
Back again, are we?
Yeah, do you know when you let us down selling that black?
Oh yeah, when I
Veyron?
was like, successful in business, I let you down, and managed to sell a car I had for sale.
And ruin the video.
And completely ruin your video. Yeah. How selfish of me, by the way.
Obviously, Chiron a load more money.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think? What would you do? Just advice, really.
Look, a Chiron is a great car, but the Veyron is so undervalued compared to the Chiron, and the Veyron will supersede the Chiron in value. 100%.
In value?
Oh, 100%. Within 3 years, mark my words. Look at the date on this video.
So the Chiron go backwards, or
No, not necessarily.
the Veyron will increase that much?
Yeah. Why the Chiron I don't think will go backwards too much is the tourbillon which is coming out is £5 million.
So it's another one of them where it's just the next
Just gotta
generation
keep
so
going.
big.
Yeah. And all of a sudden the Veyron's what? 1.5 million? Like 1.5 million. Chiron will be just short of 3.
So still Veyron.
Depends what you like more. The Veyron's the daddy. The Veyron created the whole Bugatti, fastest car in the world, changed the blueprint of how cars are engineered.
Yeah. So basically, still on the search for a 1.25.
I am also on the search for a 1.25 Veyron. If anyone out there has a Veyron for 1.25 million, let me know, please.
Let me know first. Ignore him. Doing my research, big car collectors have opted for the Veyron model when they can quite easily afford any car, including the Chiron. Tom Cruise, the actor, worth $500 million. He's got a Veyron Supersport. Drake loves a cool whip. Sang Noir Veyron. Floyd Mayweather, he has 3 Veyrons. Lil Wayne worth 170 million. Can you imagine what his big brother's worth? Big Wayne. His choice, a Veyron. Jay-Z, huge car collection, and his missus Beyonce bought him a gift of a Veyron. I wish 10K Jane could sing. Cristiano Ronaldo, now his net worth is 1.4 billion for kicking a football around. To be fair though, with all that money, he has a Chiron, but he also has a Veyron. This shows me that this car is the people's choice. The older brother is just cooler. The Veyron was so revolutionary, so expensive to make, such an icon. And because this car literally rewrote automotive history, people are buying them up and locking them away. This is a true collector's car, and I feel this is the way that I want to go. But how is the question? We've exhausted every car for sale right now in the UK. So let's try Ollie again. Let's see if he has found any cars off market. Good evening, sir.
Hey Mark, you alright?
Yeah. Just a quick one. Any update on any veyrons?
At the minute, we are still looking. It hasn't been easy, I'll be honest. There aren't that many around, as you can appreciate.
Yeah.
People who have got them are not overly keen on selling, and if they are, they're asking all the money for them. So no, we are looking, but trust me, I'm on it.
Perfect.
It's just trying to get the right car for you without paying way over the odds.
Yeah. Even off market, nobody in the UK wants to sell. I think the owners are savvy enough to know they are good news right now and holding on to them. So is my only option to compromise with a spec, be a bit more flexible. Time to consult the boss. 10k Jane. Right, I need everyone's opinion.
Family board meeting.
Right, that obviously was the one which we hoped to get, and Carl very selfishly sold it.
Yeah.
Boo, give him some stick.
Oh, well, when he comes round.
That was the one which I told you about, which was a Chiron of 2.7 mil.
Oh, I can't say.
Okay, the problem just gets worse. The Noir 5M. So this is chrome with green, delivery mileage, and it's 2.8.
Delivery mileage, no, it's not going to work. Do you want to use it?
So these are the two, which in theory, the only two in the whole of the UK, which are for sale.
Brown?
Wrapped
That's
in
just like a bowl of Cocoa Pops.
It looks like chocolate.
In fact, I've got beef with both of them, really.
Here we go.
Right, you wouldn't buy a brown car.
No.
This car of Carl's, beautiful, but also not what you wanted.
No, it's not got sport seats.
So, honest opinion, neither of them. And we just hold out for a bit and see what else there is. There's got to be something else out there, Mark.
What I'm worried about is, if you imagine a week ago or something like that, we were at 1.35. That went out the picture. So now we're like ridiculously, like 150 grand, 250 grand more. They're just all being, I know I don't want to panic buy, but it seems like they're all being like
but if
snapped up. Like it's beautiful on the outside, it's just that interior. It's not the end of the world, is it? It's still a Bugatti.
Well, out of these, if that is the only option, then why don't you give Carl a ring? Like, see if there is any movement on it to change it. Have done to it what you would want to have done to it to make it the car that you want.
Personally, I think you need the Chiron Super Sport.
Personally, I think you need to shut up and stick to your day job. I meant in the nicest.
You're right.
I'm good, mate. You?
Right, I've had a word with the boss. She says I've got to come down hard on you because you're too expensive.
I'm not too expensive. You get what you pay for, my friend, as you know.
Silver car, the old Veyron, yours. Can we come and see you about doing a deal on that? But it's going to have to be a good deal.
So I've got something to tell you about that car.
Right?
Sold.
Serious?
Yeah. Didn't tell you they were going. Sorry.
All right. Cheers, mate.
All right, see ya.
Thank you. Bye. This is crazy. At the start of this video, we went to try and buy Carl's black car, the one we test drove. It was the lowest price on the market at 1.35 million. He sold it. Next lowest price car was Carl's old silver Veyron, 1.5 million pounds this time, sold again. So the lowest one still available right now is £1.6 million. But that's a classic colour scheme, 20 years old, which I am not really into. But this might be my only way. If I wait more time, they're only going to go up even more. In only 1 week, the lowest price car is 250 grand more. That's £250,000, which is insane. The only way left right now is the brown Veyron, and I'd have to change it to my liking. Until later that day, I received a message. Right, we've had a message from a guy called Mark who saw the last video. Now he has 2 veyrons for sale, which are off market, which we know nothing about, nor does the internet. So the one is called Bugatti Veyron Sang Noir. So excellent news, this is the very strange off-market world. It's a private owner selling these cars. An ultra exclusive limited edition dramatic black finish, like a bit of that. Extensive use exposed carbon. Only 12 ever built in the world. Oh, that is amazing. Now we are talking. This entire black tinted exposed carbon car is literally f***ing beautiful, especially with a very modern looking tangerine interior.
You've been after a bit of tangerine for years, haven't you?
I'm liking a bit of that. That is unbelievable.
That's more like you.
100%. The other one he's got is called a Persang, and I know which one this is.
Oh wow.
Pure Sang translate to pure blood, which is how Ettore Bugatti described his race cars. And again, this car is simply epic. So polished aluminium, clear coated fibre and carbon instead of paint, producing fibre and carbon. This car carries some amazing heritage and history, and in a colour scheme which again is very modern. Veyrons.
That's beautiful.
This is proper down our street, both of these. This Persang is even rarer than the Sang Noir, with a run of only 5 cars. Oh, I'm liking that a lot. This is more like it.
See?
Just had to wait.
Patience, patience.
Sit it out, you said.
How long do you have to sit it out for?
About 3 hours. These 2 cars are ticking all the boxes. Super rare, so in theory great investments, and modern looking colourways. They are simply beautiful. My only hurdle would be choosing which one. Right, so with what's happened so far and us missing out because they sold so quickly, I wasted no time and invited Mark down for a meeting.
I've got a client who has got 2 cars in the UK.
So does he own those cars?
Yes.
As in, like he drives them, owns them, he's the actual...
He owns them, he's not driven them.
Just collection?
Yeah, he's a collector of Bugattis, looking to sell these 2.
So how much are those 2 options?
The Sang Noir, 14,000 kilometre car, fully warranted by Bugatti.
How does that still work then? Because it's old.
You can extend the warranties.
What, just year after year after year?
2-year warranty packs on them.
That's worth its weight, isn't it?
Yeah, new tyres.
So that one is really ready to go?
Yeah, that one's ready to go. That's here in the UK. Unregistered is 1.7 net.
So that's still got to have VAT paid on that. So that's just over 2.
And then he's got a Pure Sang with delivery kilometres, which is the chrome silver looking car.
So that's not been used?
648 kilometres.
Right, okay.
Pure Sang is about 2.8.
2.8.
That's tax paid.
And that's one of 5?
Yeah.
Persang, I love it. Spoon and carbon fibre, and a car which I recognise from calendars and posters. But again, the dreaded delivery mileage. I want to drive this car and I can't pay a huge premium for an unused car, which I would lose that extra I pay the day I drive it to work. It's a real shame, but 2.8 million is also chiron money. But the Sang Noir is Perfect. It's more than I wanted to spend, but hopefully we can strike a good deal. This is a super rare car which only helps its future value. It's a modern colour, I love black, and when close up you can see the exposed carbon fibre, which is a proper Brucey bonus. Bright orange interior and sports seats, again it looks modern and not 20 years old. It's right here in the UK, it has warranty and it's ready to go today. Of course, I would have to sell more cars to fund this, but with new tyres and a full Bugatti warranty, it takes out all the worry and risk that we had with the Veyron.
So do you think these would be a better investment than a standard 16.4?
There's a few different limited edition veyrons, and they're the ones that are keeping the value.
Yes. So that sounds amazing. Can we go and view them?
Yes, we can. We can go and view today, but we can't film. Just because of the location and other cars in the collections there that can't be videoed.
Okay, this is our channel, all of us. It's here and doing well because of you guys watching this. And this process, well, it's so special and unique. I need that camera there so we're all there together. The only way they're going to let us film is to pay a deposit and agree the sale, and then film just the collection. I don't really want to do that, but I also do not want to delay getting the car, because so far, every time we see one, it gets sold straight away. But I think the Sang Noir is absolute perfection. It's everything I've been searching for, and if I sold a few other cars, I could still hopefully keep the P1. So I was going to introduce you to the channel's new car, until Ollie entered the chat.
We have found a veyron that would be definitely to your liking, but there is a big issue with it. The fact that it's currently not driving. Because of this, we can get the car a lot cheaper.
Right.